something I can see peering out of that black hole, two luminous discs. The eyes, it might be a face, might be almost but heavens, something wriggling out of the shadow like a gray snake. Now it's another one, and another one, and another one. They look like tentacles to me. Oh, yeah, I can see the thing's body now. It's large as a bear. It glistens like wet leather, but that face, ladies and gentlemen, it's indescribable. I can hardly force myself to keep looking at it. It's so awful. The eyes are black, and they gleam like a serpent. The mouth is a kind of V-shape with saliva dripping from its rimless lips and seem to quiver and pulsate.
When we last left our investigators, the two of you had just interviewed Lefty Douglas about the state of the Lakeside bar and restaurant, as well as some of the town's history, including just how long many of the residents of this tiny town have lived here. When you asked about how you could get to the center of Lake Arkansas, Lefty mentioned Philip's second boat, one that he was restoring in private. I believe the two of you have already kind of left the bar and left Lefty to continue to tinker away at the vintage broken jukebox as you continue on with your investigation. So whichever direction you want to go, or whoever you want to interview, wherever you want to go, is entirely up to the two of you.
And I want to steal a boat. So,
I mean, I would like to see if, like, I also want to steal a boat. I think I just want us to hold off on stealing the boat until we can verify that his sister has, like, left.
That seems reasonable. I need to take a second to think about my character. We're doing character work. Saint doesn't want to steal, but also, is aware that this woman will not want to lend us this boat, considering her brother just died in one. Also, I don't want to get her involved in any of this. So, Saint is okay with doing a crime. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you for listening as I figured out loud, how do I get it? How does Saint feel about stealing a boat? And the answer is, in this case, it's fine. Also, I've been doing a bunch of breaking and entering, and I have a +1 in burglary. As long as it's for the greater good, I don't care. Let's go! Let's go see if she's home. And if she's not, we can also break into the house and see if the fucking candle's there.
Yes, that is, both of those are
finger guns.
Good ideas.
Yeah. I don't know why she wouldn't be there, but, you know.
Well, how long?
Let's hope.
I'm having trouble with how...
It's 1 p.m.
Okay, thank you. And we were there, like...
At 9.
Yeah, I feel like she's probably still gonna be there. But I also really don't want to boat out after dark.
No, I think that is how people crash their boats.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that sounds like a really good way
off the top
to
of my head.
add to the ghost issue.
Yeah. God, can you imagine the three of us haunting this one town? It's a 3-ghost town. We'll figure it out. We have to get there before we can start making plans. So,
that is true.
Giddy up, cowboy. Let's go.
Okay, I hate that sentence a lot, but alright.
Well, I'm not saying it in character.
No, I know.
Well, maybe I am.
Oh god.
No,
okay.
We're not there yet.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we will hop back in the van and at least make our way back towards that side of the lake to try to figure out whether or not Philip's sister is still clearing the house out or whether she has gone.
The two of you hop into Alister's vehicle and begin to head right out of the driveway down toward that kind of residential area, the one that that long kind of dirt ear road that leads to the church, and of course all of those homes in the distance. Not much has changed, as you noted. You have only been there a couple of hours ago. So yeah, you have the opportunity to park in front of the church, or in fact, in front of that house.
Can we
Creek estate.
see?
I don't think we need to stop.
Yeah, can we see her car?
Yeah, still there.
Balls.
Beans.
Boats.
Balls, beans, and boats.
Oh God, that's the version of this podcast hosted by Guy Fieri.
Yeah, there we go. Well, do we want to try and like maybe pull off on the road before the driveway and just kind of like sneak towards the boathouse? I mean, she's gonna be occupado, all things considered.
I suppose that is true.
Occupada, my apologies.
Like, yeah, I mean, I guess she's probably pretty like locked into what she's doing.
Yeah.
And
I doubt she's gonna be staring out any windows for erstwhile supernatural investigators.
Sure was a long day cleaning the house. Now, I'll look out my favorite window. Hey!
Time to gaze woefully out the window like I'm in a sad novel and drink a cup of tea and stare at these erstwhile supernatural investigators.
And hey, who are those chuckle fucks?
Oh, it's those guys who were sweeping in my house earlier. That's weird. Oh well, none of my business. Let's at least start with park car, scoot on up Hardy Boy style, and see if we can like see her. Because if we can't see her from any of the windows, then at least we can have a break. We can like haul ass or something. Is it gravel? The driveway? I don't remember.
No, I think I described it as dirt.
Okay, well, at least it won't be quite so loud.
Okay. I was gonna say, yeah, like on a metatextual level, I don't have any other ideas for what we should, like, where we should go right now that's not Philip's house or the boathouse. And in the interest of not just being like,
we're gonna Skyrim it and like go back to my cousin's place and wait 6 hours and
yeah,
then go back out.
I don't want to be like, and now we like lurk waiting for her to. I mean, I guess we could just break into the boathouse and wait for her to leave. I don't know if she's staying the night there.
I mean, also, all things considered, she just might not. You know, if she's got food in the house, there's stuff that needs doing. She might just hunker down and just continue to unpack. Like, I think that we just need to get in, get out, and go. And, like, worst case scenario, we park the boat at the dock on the other side.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
You know, we don't necessarily need to come back for a while. Now, will we get in big fuck-ass trouble at some point for this whole shenaniganry? Probably. If we get arrested, I'm hoping that the government will bail us out. And by that, I mean the government might bail you out and will probably leave me. But I have a cousin here, so it's fine.
You do have a cousin here. It is very true.
This town doesn't have cops. They have like state.
I was gonna say they might have like a sheriff.
They've got like some dudes like 2 hours away they call. So whatever, it's fine. Let's go. Let's just do it.
Let's try to park the van probably by the church, and so that it's not like extremely obviously.
Fucking note. Yeah, it looks like we're investigating the church again.
Yeah, it's like if it looks like
down the road.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like what are they gonna do? Slash my tires? Maybe they'll slash my tires next time. I don't know.
They might slash your tires.
Well,
a second more passive aggressive note.
Yeah. They might dig their key into the side of your pretty little souped-up 4-wheel drive.
Thank you, Matty.
How far away is the church from the house again? I feel like it's like a 5-minute drive or something.
Going off of my map and whatnot, I'd say maybe the church is probably about a quarter mile away from the houses.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
So, what is that? 1,500 feet-ish?
Sure. Cool. So that is not a very long walk at all.
No.
Like a 10-minute mile.
Average walking speed is like 18 to 20 minutes per mile.
Yeah,
so for
like
a fraction of that, that's like what, a 4 or 5 minute walk?
Yeah, that was what I wanted to confirm is, how long are we going to be walking on this road where someone can drive by and be like, what are those dudes, what are those guys doing? Just walking on the road.
I gotcha.
Yeah, all right.
I've described this area in the past as kind of having a harder packed soil. I think especially as you walk across the part of the road that is a road that has been driven across by cars throughout the decades. It's that very kind of hard packed, solid dirt, the kind that hasn't seen water in a while and chips away every time you kind of strike your heels and the soles of your shoes against it. You walk through a number of these kind of long leaf pines that are native to Texas. They, of course, still have their foliage on them, even in the dead of winter. The road is very quiet, and I think you pass this quarter mile without incident. You come up on the house, the Creek estate. As noted, Alice's car is indeed still in the driveway. But there's maybe no indication of her on the outside. If she's there, she is almost assuredly inside. Nothing about the house really seems to have changed since you were last here only a couple of hours ago.
Do we see her in any of the windows? Any, if as a quick glance, would she be able to easily see us?
From the outside looking in, no, you don't see her.
All right. Well, I suppose we shall. Shall we make for the boathouse?
Let's
see what we're up against.
Are we trying to be sneaky about it, or are we just hauling ass?
Yeah, I think perhaps we should move sneakily.
Okay. I am down with that. I have burglary, which I guess is what I will be using here.
Okay. I would like to use stealth.
I am, for people playing at home, using a new die that connects to my phone and it lights up and it's very cool, so we're about to hear some sounds.
Oh, you got the cool light up one!
Beast. It also talks to me. So it's a 6. It is a 3. 4. 4. So that is a positive and 3 neutrals. Plus my 1 is a 2 in total.
To sneak, right? Or the equivalent thereof?
Yeah, I'm using burglary, but we are sneaking here. I think we're rolling individually, presumably because we're not sneaking hand in hand.
Mm-hmm. Ezra, can I get
Yes, I'm doing math very slowly and badly.
Take your time.
Okay, 3 positives and 1 negative makes a +2 for stealth. Total of 4.
Damn.
Excellent.
We'll get there.
The two of you move across the kind of front end of the house with relative efficiency, and quickly find yourself at the front of the boat house. Or rather, not the front, but the side. Because the front, obviously, are the 2 double doors that lead out into the open lake. Something about the way this house is built, I'm going to say that there is maybe not a window that looks straight out onto, at least not a window on the first story that looks straight out onto this part of the dock. That is the bonus you get for burglary, is I took away a window.
Sick.
Much like in Skinamarink.
Sure, a movie neither of us have seen.
But I have.
Am I?
So much like in Skinamarink. But that wasn't the point. The point was that I removed a window so that
sure
you all rolled so good at sneaking that
you took a window off. Okay, cool. I just was like
much like much like in the previous scene where you all rolled so good at stealth it made Lucky check his phone.
Yes.
Cool. So there's the 2 doors that are open to like the lake itself. And remind me, doors that are locked up in order to get into the boathouse or out of the boathouse, like from land?
You are looking at a rectangular building that is, of course, longer than it is wide, that faces kind of out into the lake to a degree. It has these 2 double doors that are currently shut. Those, of course, kind of push out onto the lake itself. And then there is a side entrance, one that is accessible via ground, that you can access from, again, from this kind of driveway that you're in.
Great.
You have no reason to believe... All 3 of these doors are shut. You have no reason to believe that any of them are unlocked.
Okay. And presumably, the sister has the keys.
Yeah.
But one of us, 2 of us, I think, have burglary.
We are both...
You also have burglary,
I
right?
do. We are both capable of burglarizing.
We can burgle their turts.
Thank you. I was like,
yeah, low-hanging fruit.
Burgling their turts.
Do you want to burgle with my assistance, or?
Yeah, I can burgle. I can burgle with your assistance.
Okay.
Okay.
Can my assistance be like keeping a lookout so that Alister doesn't have to focus on like? He can just focus on trying to crack open a door.
Keep forgetting I have a taser.
You do, because I did that cool, sexy move with it in the last chapter.
Okay, I'm rolling. They hear me rolling. Oh, fucking, hang on, come back.
Alice looks out her window like, someone's rolling dice out there.
Okay, that's a negative, 2 neutrals, and a positive on the dice, so it's a wash, which makes it a 2.
A 2 to burglarize.
2 to burglarize the
side door?
With my bonus also, right?
That's including your bonus, because I have a +1 for
cool.
burglary.
Cool.
Are you using a tool or anything?
I have a lockpicking kit.
Yeah, you do.
So you're using your lockpicking kit on the side door?
Yeah.
So that's technically a 3.
Okay, yes, so that's a 3 then.
Which does, in fact, exceed the little trigger that I attached to that item,
Yippee.
Which means you're able to successfully pick that lock, which means that is probably the quietest way you could have broken into the boathouse.
Oh, good.
Which, thank goodness, because a key witness is mere feet away, and it is the middle of the day. That boxy little metallic padlock comes undone in your hand, and you're able to kind of slide it out of the two little prongs, I guess, of the thing holding the door in place.
Yippee!
You maybe
Sweet.
pocket that in your shirt pocket or something.
Yep.
As the kind of creaky wooden door swings open to the outside a little bit.
Okay. Sick as hell.
All right. Let's sneak snonk in here.
You walk into this boathouse and you're immediately greeted with some cobwebs that have attached themselves to this door and other various parts of the ceiling. The inside of this boathouse is kind of U-shaped. There is, of course, kind of planks you can walk on in a U-shape around like a central kind of inlet of water in which you would park the boat. On the walls of this boathouse is everything that you would expect. There's like a life preserver. There's some various kind of equipment and tools hanging on the wall. This is half garage, half boathouse in that sense. There is a very substantially sized vintage map, like a map of the United States. And in the center, waiting for you in the water, kind of bobbing up and down, and unfortunately woefully unattended, since its owner has passed away. There is a very vintage-seeming, but gorgeously detailed in its carpentry, its woodworking, and its coloring. An old rowboat with a central back seat, 2 rows, and 2 oars rested in the very center of the vessel. This is not a motorized vehicle like the one parked in the driveway. This is, in fact, something quite a bit older.
I mean, that's great, because I was worried about having to rev a rowboat, or not a rowboat, obviously.
Like an outboard
boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that makes, noise, ? And this will make less than that. Now, there is a possibility that we will still be fucking seen, but, I would much rather be rowing a boat than trying to drive one.
For your visual reference, I have provided a link just now at antiqueboatamerica.com/boat/11 feet 1920 Pen Yan dinghy.
The word dinghy is just so odd.
It feels like it's an insult to boats.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, well, this is a cute boat, though.
It is a cute boat.
And it's $10,000 worth of boat.
Yeah, well, here's the thing about that particular model. It's 100 years old.
That thing
Yeah.
is, in fact, 100 years old. Not
It
me
is
looking
believed
at...
to be a Pen Yan, which is a fun way to phrase it. Unclear. It is believed to be a Pen Yan in fantastic condition, all original. It's got a little teal accent. It doesn't have an engine, though. I don't know how you could have even considered that it had an engine, but it does not have an engine. People who viewed this boat also found these interesting. Well, don't mind if I do.
By the way, this chapter has really been a godsend for very specific websites.
Yeah,
This is truly...
guys who like specific stuff.
This has really been a like, wow, there really are some specific ass websites
Jukeboxes,
in this world.
Boats. All creatures great and small.
There are truly cathedrals everywhere for those with internet access.
That's right. 1,912 views, and at least 3 of those are from us. Okay, cool.
Shout out to ParaScience. We are bringing the traffic to antiqueboatamerica.com/boat.
That's right.
Something
They should be
about
paying us.
antiqueboatamerica.com/boat. It's like, as opposed to...
Yeah, what other subcategories are on this website?
Well, I imagine that there's like forums or whatever, but if you want to look at like boats for sale, it's /boat.
Antiqueboatamerica.com/planes.
I don't know.
I'm
not antiqueboatamerica.com. I don't know how to set up their website.
Sounds like
That's on
someone
them.
who secretly runs antiqueboatamerica.com would say.
Oh, shit. They're on to me. Cool. Well, this is dope. I'm very excited about this. Time to find out who could row a boat better. Oh, shit. It's gonna be me because I have the athleticism. God damn it.
So yeah, it's this gorgeous wood-paneled boat, as you can see in the picture I've sent the two of you. There's kind of a central back seat and 2 other rows. There's like this kind of orange cedary looking kind of paneling that goes through the entire, I guess, hull.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a remarkable piece of woodworking.
Yeah, this is a sexy boat.
Yeah, cool. Hey Ben, can I take a closer look at
this boat?
At this vessel? Could I perhaps?
Absolutely. Ye can, Ezra.
Thank you.
I would like to roll a lore check on this boat, and I want you to tell me everything about this 1920 rowboat.
First purchased by Al Capone back, I don't know, could you imagine?
I can. You know, the thing is, I can.
They're like, wow, this was owned by a teenage Al Capone. He appears to have graffitied a dick on it.
He
Fascinating.
committed tax crimes in it.
I would like to investigate this boat for, among other things, seaworthiness, or I guess lakeworthiness.
Yeah, so we don't die.
Yeah, like
what are you rolling?
Like
an investigate?
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll investigate.
I have a +2 to investigate. I can help with that.
I was gonna say, I also have a craft skill, but
so's do I. So's do I.
Yeah, okay. I just rolled 3 6s and a 5, which is a +4.
Yeah, plus my 1 plus the 2 you already had on
so
that
that's
skill.
a 7.
So you are invoking your aspect of Cape Cod childhood, right?
I don't need to.
All right, so we can take that back.
Yeah, I just was like...
So +5 in total, then.
No, that's
No. That is without the aspect, because I'm helping, so that's a +1. Ezra already has a +2 to investigate, and then just rolled like a motherfucker.
Oh.
Yeah, it would be
so it's +7 prior to an
Yeah, it
aspect.
would be a 9, and I don't think I need to, like, look at this and divine the entire history of the boat and also possibly the trees cut down to make it. That seems overkill. Also, I'm mad that I couldn't save that roll for, like, something actually useful.
I mean, I think it's useful to know if we're gonna die if we get on this boat.
You make a compelling point.
I'm now the sole editor of the Wikipedia for this boat.
Yeah. I would like to specifically know if it is sailable, rowable. Will that thing float?
For sure,
like,
for sure.
is it safe to operate as a watercraft, and also can I learn anything additional interesting facts about it?
Will we die if we get on this boat?
The boat is kind of bobbing and rocking back and forth between the two sides of the inside of this boathouse. So much so that there's like a bit of a clack every time it surges up and smacks into the side of like one of those little pilings or the sides of the dock. You do notice that even though it's been in here a while, and again, there's plenty of this like gentle movement, that there does not appear to be any water in the center of the boat. It appears that's almost certainly one of the first things that Phillip did, is ensure that it is properly sealed and wouldn't sink when he is in the middle of it trying to sand the sides or what have you. And you do see evidence of that. You do see evidence of that sanding job. There's quite literally dry pieces of sandpaper, that really coarse grade sandpaper, sitting on one of the benches, and you can see various marks on the side of the boat. Some areas that have kind of been dulled down a little bit. It is clearly a work in progress. And the one that obviously he was unfortunately not able to finish. But it is for sure watertight. It is not properly varnished or anything like that. It is a work in progress.
After unexpectedly taking a moment to contemplate melancholy of half-finished projects left behind by the recently deceased, and giving absolutely no outward indication that that's what's happening inside of his brain,
yeah, he just stares at this boat, and Saint, having also stared at this boat for a little bit, is like, well, Alister? Alister? And then he abruptly comes
Yeah, and I think he kind of just, after a second, is just, it seems to be watertight and perfectly operational.
Okay. Can't ask for more than that. What? This accent is escaping me.
Yeah, I guess there's nothing stopping us from just rowing the fuck out there right now, and possibly we should do that, like, before it gets dark.
I agree. I don't think I want to be out on a rowboat, in the midst. Well, also, we have several hours until it gets dark, is the other thing.
Oh, I suppose that is true. I'm dealing
We
with
keep forgetting that it is still, like, the afternoon, or the morning, even.
Yes, but also...
It is 1:00 p.m. and also winter.
Yeah, and it gets dark at, like, 4:15 here right now, and I'm dying.
Yeah, and that is not necessarily the case when you go further south.
No, this is like fucking 11 to 1,200 miles farther south than where I am recording from, where it is just fucking dark as shit all the time.
Sorry, Ben, you said what time it was earlier and I missed it. What time is it in-game right now?
It is 1:00 p.m.
Okay. So, still. I still would... Can we check, like... Is there an app or some way we can check, like, wind or anything on the lake right now? This is all my incredible boating expertise coming into play. You can tell that I have it. Because I'm like, there's gotta be some way to, like, check how boat. I just want to know how fucking awful it's gonna be rowing out there.
Can we see out onto the lake? Or is there some kind of additional doors cutting the boathouse off from, the lake? Like, does it have an open side?
It does have an open side. Those doors are shut.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I crack them open and stick my head out and try to look and see what kind of waves, if any, are happening on the lake?
Sure. I'm going to say there's probably just a simple inside the boathouse latch.
Okay.
This one is not locked, but it is something that can only be opened from the inside. You're able to very easily flick that latch open and swing out those double doors. The water is indeed relatively pretty mild, although obviously you're met with a burst of cold air from the February Texan landscape.
Okay.
There are no waves, there are no currents. The bobbing of the boat is purely just from the wind.
How aggressive is the wind right now?
It's pretty mild.
Okay. Well, if we also get in a boating accident, that's going to be so anticlimactic.
I mean, I just think that would be a very funny thing to have happen.
But, at least we did our best to make sure we checked everything before we died in a boating accident because of the devil.
Yeah, I mean, let's fucking boat, I say, as definitely the half of this partnership that is absolutely gonna be rowing. Yeah, for sure. No.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. You were gonna be assisting me with this boat experience. You also still don't have athletics, right?
Oh, you betcha.
I am clambering gracefully into the boat because I have craft, and ergo know how boat do, automatically for free, and then I'm gonna start us rowing.
Cool. I will likewise climb aboard
caught.
And just sit and make sure that we don't accidentally row into an obstacle of some kind.
The best, yeah, you're gonna have to be the one who kind of steers me, basically. But I'll roll my athletics to be how good are we at boating.
The two of you do not have a difficult time stepping into the boat. Luckily, due to the way that the kind of docks on the inside of the boathouse are structured, it is very easy to step down into the boat and steady yourself pretty quickly. You pull up the two oars, which again, you can tell some work has been done on them. Maybe these have indeed been varnished, even if the entire boat hasn't yet. Maybe this was worked on first. But you get a good grip on them and push out into the lake. And in which case, the direction you want to go, I think, is pretty evident.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm rowing my way out of here. Z, are you... This is out of pressure. Are you rolling to make sure I don't crash into anything or not?
Yes.
Because if so, I will just... Okay.
I don't know what I'm rolling, but I would like to roll to not crash into things.
Well, honestly, I mean, okay, do you want to roll for that?
Yes, I do.
I don't want an element of peril, introduce an element of peril, but I guess that's fine.
Can I roll notice to try to keep an eye out for A, any potential hazards, and B, the thing that we're trying to get to?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's the other thing is we want to try and make sure we get to a part of the pillar that we can actually
God damn it.
Climb on.
Okay, I have once again just flung my dice into the abyss.
Bye.
Oh, okay. That's 3 positives and a neutral plus a 3 for notice makes a 6.
Hell yes. Okay, and I will roll to do the actual rowing. to see how good we are at actually getting to where we want to get, presumably before people start seeing us.
Mm-hmm.
Cringe.
Okay, that was a 1.
Face.
I
That's
heard.
a 6. Okay, so that is 2 neutrals, a negative, and a positive, which cancel each other out. And that is, with my athletics, a 2 overall.
Sure, you're able to then easily kind of navigate across the unmoving water. Again, the lake is very still. Only the light winter winds are causing any sort of motion against you, but you're able to kind of push back against those pretty cleanly.
Cool.
The object of your destination is not hard to locate. It is the one massive piling coming down from the overhead highway straight into rocks that are jutting out of the lake. The highway is so high up in the air, and there's just like an ounce of like mist and fog over the lake that it looks like a giant like Roman column of some past civilization standing in the middle of this rather lifeless lake. There's something about it that feels large, mythic, out of your control, and a little serene. But you point the boat over toward that through this kind of like light mist and light wind, and very quickly come upon the jagged rocks at the center of Lake Arkansas.
Cool.
As I described it before, it is very steep. There is not really a beach to step off onto. You would have to kind of climb up a little bit. I'm going to say maybe the rocks go up about 10 or 12 feet or so. So certainly twice anyone in the boat's height, and that's starting from a sitting position.
How the fuck did they get up there? And that's the same all the way around, yeah, if we do kind of the spin. There's nothing that is like, this is clearly what they were using, whoever may or may not have gotten up here.
Some parts are higher, some parts are lower, but there's still no beach.
And there's no good footholds. Fuck. Okay, well, hope I don't die. Okay. Well, if we want to check out what's up there, it seems like that is going to be my job. I'm gonna drop my coat, so that I have, like, freedom of movement. And presumably he's wearing, like, boots, like work boots, so at least I have some traction. If I... Oh, I have a spare radio. We both have radios. Or I have my radio on me.
Yeah,
Do you have your radio? Okay.
Yes. So yeah, we can.
Okay. I'll let you know what's up there when I get up there. Oh, I also have the selling bar contract, which I'm gonna pass off to you.
Okay. Cool.
So that if I fall in the fucking water, it doesn't get destroyed.
Good. Extremely good plan. I will do my best to keep the boat in, one spot.
Even.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can get back down easily.
Yes.
Ugh. At least I have a lucky still, so I can re-roll. Alright, I'm gonna roll an athletics to try and climb. And not die. Okay, neutral. Positive. 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 Phew!
Nice.
That was 2 6s, a 5, and a 3. Thank God. So that
Hell yeah.
altogether is a 5 to my athletics to climb up.
Sure. Yeah, there's, like I said, there's no footholds, but there's probably handholds if you reach up high enough. And as we know, Saint has impeccable upper body strength.
I mean, it's what I'm doing right now is free climbing, which, while I think it's incredibly stupid, is a thing people do.
Okay, Ethan.
No, they
Hunt.
certainly do. I agree.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like Tom Cruise.
Like I said, there's not very many footholds, but there are handholds if you perhaps reach up high enough. And you are hoping and praying, I assume, even if you are the agnostic exorcist, that your boot does not slip against the wet rocks and send you kind of careening forward or backwards, but certainly downwards into the wooden boat below. But because you rolled a +5, you are able to kind of haul your body up with relative, I mean, it's certainly a struggle, but eventually you're able to get there after that struggle. And you find yourself thoroughly perched on top of one of the kind of pillars of rocks shooting up from the center of this lake. There is a moment where you have to steady yourself a little bit. You spread your wings like a gull so as to make sure that you don't, again, slip and fall. But you are indeed up on top of that center island in Lake Arkansas, even if you're kind of hunched down to the ground so as not to be blown down by the even mildest of winds.
Sick nasty. Okay.
Hell yeah, dude.
Sick
Nicely
nasty
done.
indeed.
Radio out to Alister and let him know that I didn't, that I'm all the way up. I'm gonna kind of clutch onto that center, metal piece that's attached to the bridge as an additional hold, just to keep me, super steady. And just kind of, pick my way around in a circle to see if I see anything interesting. Specifically, obviously, a candle. But if there's anything else of note, I definitely want to see it.
Okay.
Which I assume is an investigate, yeah?
Yeah, sure is.
Okay. Alright, that is a 6. That is a 2. A 2. A 5. Okay, so that evens out, because 2 positives and 2 negatives. But my investigate is a +2, so it's a +2 overall.
Nice.
From your kind of squatted position on top of the rocks, you see that there's another kind of ledge just a little bit above you. And you kind of raise up off of your knees, again, trying to keep as wide and steady as a stance as possible so as to not trip. And up on this ledge, just as you suspected, there is a black candle on a circular silver dish on the center of this island. And you would think, what with the watery mist and the fog and the wind, that this flame would have been extinguished a long time ago. But it is in fact still flickering.
When I put my hand near it, is the flame hot?
No.
Does the flame seem illusory, almost? I don't think I'm saying that word correctly, but
No, you are.
Okay, great. If I flick, I don't want to flick my hand through it, but if I put my fingers closer to it and into the fire, does it hurt like a flame would, or does it seem like this is an illusion? I'm a wizard trying to get a better grasp of what the fuck this spell is.
You pass your hand through it, you don't feel any heat, there isn't any sort of burn. In fact, you can't feel anything as you approach the flame, and it's only briefly as you pass through it that you feel a spike of cold. But the second your hand slips away from the flame, that's gone instantaneously. Okay. It's like there's no even aura of cold. It's just the sheer absence of heat in the flame.
And it didn't leave any residue or anything on my fingers, right?
Oh no, you are on fire. No.
Ah! Okay. I'm gonna radio to Alister. I'm gonna I found another candle up here. And it is lit, so that is good. I am assuming. I did a couple of tests. This isn't fire, which I guess we could have probably assumed given the fact that it's been sitting up here forever. It seems, I don't know what it seems like, but it seems more, I put, don't yell at me. I put my hand through the fire, and it was cold in it, the opposite of a flame. So that's something we'll want to, I don't know, put on the list of what the fuck is going on here. I have no clue.
That's not a phenomenon that you're familiar with?
No, I don't I've never seen anything like it. I mean, I think we know that it's a protection spell, right? Kind of based, but I don't know protection from what or for. I mean, the town. I assume for the town, but I'm at a bit of a loss. I won't lie. This isn't. I don't do this. These kind. I don't do magic. It's weird that I say that, and I feel silly saying it, considering I'm an exorcist. But I don't. This is not my. Yeah, no. Short answer, no. Over.
Talks for 2 paragraphs. Short answer, no. Over.
Well, I think he's a little kind of frazzled.
Understandably so.
I'm sure he knows, like, witches, whether or not how legitimate they are. I'm sure he knows some, but that is not something that he, like... He doesn't protect people from demons, he just gets rid of them. So...
I will steadfastly ignore all of the
He's
questions
the John Wick of
prompted
demons.
by I feel like Alistair's like, that series of statements has raised a great many additional questions. I am not going to ask them at this time.
I know, we're gonna have to sit down at some point while he picks my brain.
I mean, if you'll let him.
And then I refuse to answer any questions. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess you just, you get back the if you can make your way back down, we may be able to return the boat before Miss Creek realizes that we've borrowed it.
Yeah, agreed. I'll start heading back. You're still in the same spot, just so I know where to drop.
I mean, I just say that I've done a good job of doing that, Ben, or do I need to roll for it?
No, you're fine. Yeah, you can say that you kept the boat steady.
Okay, cool. I will come back down. Do you want me to roll again to see if I slip and we have a very dramatic experience where he has to pull me out of the lake?
Yes, go ahead.
Wow, I'm rolling really good today, knock on wood. So that is positive, neutral, negative. I rolled a 1 to counterbalance my 6. And another, so that's a 6, 2 4s, and a 1. It's very weird. So that's another 2.
Because you rolled lower, it is of course much harder for you to get down, and of course you're doing that thing where, walking down a ladder backwards where you're kind of operating a little blind. And even though you're near certain where your footholds are, there's always just that little bit of doubt as you kind of swing your feet down and back and forth to try to find that particular footing. But you're able to kind of climb down slowly but surely, and you can see the boat below you. But you can also see something below the boat.
Oh no!
Oh fuck.
Da-da. Da-da. Da. Shit? Can I get more detail on what I'm seeing?
Yeah, yes. Of course. I was going to wait for the bit to stop and then maybe I was
Oh, okay. Sorry.
As you look down, you can see Alister in the rowboat, steadying himself with one of the oars and maybe has a hand on the rocky surface, kind of in a feeble attempt to at least just kind of keep physical contact with this center outcropping of rocks, steadying it against the kind of bobbing wave of the lake. But you see something beneath the boat, beneath the surface, that is also reaching up for relief.
Oh, fuck.
Beneath the murky waters of Lake Arkansas, there is undoubtedly a human shape. And it's reaching up toward the boat.
No!
Toward the both of you. And again, much like in the attic above the Lakeside bar and restaurant, it's a face you recognize.
What? Phillip, I thought we were cool, man. What's all this then?
Phillip appears panicked.
Oh shit.
Like he is running out of air.
Oh fuck. Oh, God. What? Is this where we're ending the episode, or do I need to start making choices?
You can start making choices right now.
Okay, great. I am Alister, Phillip. I'm like, I drop down into the boat, and like, okay, grab me. If this tries to drag me under, don't let it. And I am like reaching to grab Phillip.
I guess I grab onto Saint?
Yeah, sorry, I'm not letting him, I'm not waiting. I'm panicking. Duty comes before all else is my trouble. I am firmly believing that whatever that is, it's not actually Phillip, it's gonna try and kill me. I can't not try and save somebody. I'm dropping down into the boat. I'm telling Alister to grab onto me, in case I get pulled down, and I'm reaching out a hand to whatever is trying to get up.
There is like a rocking splash as the boat kind of surges to one side, adjusting for the sudden drop of weight onto one side of it. But you shout out that command to Alister, and you reach down as best you can toward the hand that is clawing its way up to the surface and up toward you. Matty, if you think a roll will help you here, or help Saint.
I mean, athletics to, like, pull somebody? Yeah. Also, I would like to potentially do a twist on that, because I have a stunt that's self-sacrifice, where I could use empathy instead of fighter athletics when defending someone or taking a hit for them. And I imagine in this case, I will be taking the hit of potentially going overboard. I don't know. Do you think that in a chance of, like, I am taking the risk of putting my life at danger to try and save somebody? Like, Saint is going into this imagining that he's going over, but will be saving a life. Can I argue for that, or am I just rolling straight athletics here?
No, that makes sense to me.
Okay. So that's
you can take a fate point for this. If you are putting yourself in danger, that gives you a fate point.
Yes, no, he is imagining that whatever is trying to get up is not Phillip, but he can't not take the risk of leaving someone to die. If it is, in fact, like, a facsimile of Phillip, or he came back, or it's a real person. Once again, my trouble is my duty comes first. So, okay, I'm gonna add that fate point. So I'm rolling with empathy here, which is a +4. That is a positive, neutral, positive, negative. So that is a 1. I rolled 2 6s there. I am pulling 6s left and right. So that is 2 positives, a neutral, and a negative. So that is a plus. That is a 1 to my empathy, which is, so overall I have a 5.
Even though you think it may be an illusion, especially because you think it's an illusion, you are perhaps shocked to find that your hands are clasping onto something physical. As you kind of lock your hands around the forearm of whatever is reaching back toward you. You don't know for a moment if it's the fact that you just plunged your hands into icy water, or if there's something more sinister at play, but you can feel a deep, shuddering cold running up both of your forearms. There's a bit of a struggle back and forth, and again, Phillip on the other end looks panicked, looks afraid. And it's hard not to feel the weight of him sinking deeper into the lake and starting to pull you downwards. Alister has, of course, a firm grip around your waist, I would imagine, keeping you firmly in the boat.
Yeah, I might be holding on to, like, the belt.
Gotcha.
Makes sense.
But there's some real push and pull between the two. And Saint, I imagine you're holding on.
Yep. Even if I go in, we are doing a Frodo and Sam here. If I think I'm going in, I'm gonna slap Alister away. I'm not taking him with me, but I'm not letting go.
Like that old saying goes, you can't take it with you.
You can't take it with
Alister.
you. And it is a federal agent.
Yeah, I think he manages to, like, having just instinctively grabbed onto you from behind, you hear him say, "What are you doing?"
Does Alister also see Phillip? I guess is a question we should maybe be asking.
Alister, you're welcome to roll for that.
Sure, I guess I'll roll, like, a notice to see if I can figure out what the fuck Saint is doing. Since, as far as I'm concerned, he just was like, hold my beer, and then, like, shoved his entire upper body into the lake. Okay, that's 1 positive, 1 negative, and 2 neutrals makes a flat roll on the die, but I have a +3 to notice.
Yeah, you can see him too. It's not immediately obvious at first, but as the water kind of gets choppier from Saint reaching down past the surface, you can see these kind of glimpses of a human shape, a familiar human shape, pushing through from the other side, or at least trying to. The impossibility of the situation, of course, sends a shiver down your spine.
Oh, this is so far outside of the realm of shit that I got trained for.
What form would you even fill out?
This is I'm really enjoying playing with the idea that, like, specifically, like, there were maybe some, like, run-of-the-mill type hauntings that I have, like, read case studies for, but if the department is familiar with anything involving, like, the human afterlife in that way, it's like, I do not have access to that information.
No, my folder was mostly redacted.
Yeah,
remember?
That's, like, the super classified shit. So I'm just like, okay, I know how I'm reacting to this.
Sure.
I think what kicks in is I had to do, like, boating safety lessons.
Yeah.
As like a kid. I think Alister probably, like, I think somebody, like, made him do Boy Scouts when he was really young. And, like, he didn't stick with it because he hated it, but, like, when, he, like, had to do Boy Scouts, and that involved things like what to do if your canoe tips over, or, because he's from Massachusetts, it involved, like, what to do if somebody falls overboard. And so I think that whatever that sort of, like, half-remembered, oh, this is what you're supposed to do if somebody falls overboard, like, training kind of, I think that's, like, he's like, furiously thinking back to that. I don't know what I want to... Can I roll resources?
Sure.
To try to figure out if there's something I can use, like, one of the oars for, if there's something else in the boat that I might be able to help balance this out, or get him out somehow. Okay. I'm gonna roll, see what I get, and then possibly invoke a thing.
In Fate tradition, you can also probably use a Fate point to materialize a good.
Oh, that is true.
Like, you can add rope or whatever to the boat.
Okay, well, I'm gonna see what I roll, and then see what I need to do in terms of either invoking aspects or spending Fate points to make thing happen. Is that cool?
Yeah, certainly.
Okay. Ooh, damn it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need to do something, because that's 2 1s and then 2 6s. There are numbers between 1 and 6. Come on, D6s. Which is a flat, and I only have a +1 to resources, so... I don't know if like rope would help, because I don't know if this is like a corporeal person.
Sure.
So I think extrapolating from the way that it seems like Saint's power over, like, ability to communicate with and sort of power over these kinds of circumstances has a lot more to do with intention than resources.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would like to spend a fate point to invoke my Cape Cod childhood aspect.
Okay.
And try to, and this is that we are now into the, like, I, the player, am not exactly sure what one does in this specific instance, because, like, I'm gonna try to do the small craft, the, like, small sailboat training thing next summer.
Hell yeah.
I know how to flip a kayak back over, but that's about it. I don't know how to save somebody who's drowning, because I suck dick at swimming like myself. I'm way more likely to be the one drowning. But I think I'd like to kind of invoke that, like invoke that aspect and kind of let whatever that, like, memory of, because Alister's not really a leap into action kind of a guy. You know, he's a hang back, observe, obfuscate, you know, like steer people around. But I think there must have been a moment when he was a kid where it was like, you can, like, jump in, like, you remember this and you can, like, jump in and, like, help out. And so I think it's almost that kind of intention and mindset as much as the actual technique that's the resource I want to draw on.
Okay, cool. I like that.
So I guess I'm going to add, so that makes it a +3. Because I'm using the +2 from my aspect to add to it.
Hell yeah.
So I guess I don't know exactly what it looks like, because I feel like I'm going to say something and somebody's going to go, well, if you did that, you would just, like, flip the robot over and kill everyone.
Sure.
But yeah. I don't know if I can grab Saint, or I can try to grab Phillip, or I can try to, like, figure out if there's a way to, like, use one of the oars to kind of give somebody leverage. Yeah, I'm adding the intention to help to this, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. All of this shit is, like, constantly just pushing my boundaries of what I thought could, like, actually happen.
We met an alien last time. This is all above Alister's pay grade.
Yeah.
I mean, God, if nothing else, whatever I'm pulling out of the lake will be interesting.
That is very true.
So, you are helping.
Yep.
Okay.
I think also he spent enough time around Saint to understand that if he tries to pull him back, it's not going to work. And I'm much stronger than you.
I guess, yeah, that is also true of, like, there is just no fucking way.
I physically cannot stop him.
I very much physically cannot stop him.
You thrust one of the oars downward into the water, Alister, to provide another lifeline for whatever's on the other side of the lake surface. Another lifeline that isn't your, dare I say it, friend, St. Garcia Flores, and doesn't put the weight on him and risk pulling him into the depths below. Far from an illusion, Alister, you also feel something tugging on the other end of that oar. Like a fish that's bit on a fishing line. There is something on the other side, and it's trying to claw its way up. And we'll figure out what that is next time on ParaScience.
Wait. Boy, howdy, I do not think I'm gonna like the answer to that question.
What you've been listening to was ParaScience, a glimpse into a world unknown. It is an actual play horror adventure told to you through the Fate system. Our players are Ezra Kaye as Man in Black Alister McAndrews, and Matty Trumbo-Gomes as capable young man St. Garcia Flores. As for myself, I was your game master and disembodied voice, Ben Hamlin. I also produced this show, with editing assistance by Matty Trumbo-Gomes. Our theme song was by the incorporeal Johnny Rinaldo, and our logo was created by the haunted visage of Terra Bosart. This show is brought to you by Infinity Break, where we're telling stories our own way. You can check out our website and all of our other shows at infinitybreak.net, and I would encourage you to join the haunted chorus of voices at the Infinity Break fan Discord, bit.ly/Infinity Talk. That's capital I Infinity, capital T Talk. We have a Patreon at patreon.com/Infinity Break, where you can start donating to Infinity Break for as little as $1 a month. Finally, if you listen through Apple Podcasts, don't forget to leave a review. Reviews help us rise in the podcasting charts and help more people stumble across our show like a body in the woods. That's all for now. Let ParaScience gaze back at you like a face in the mirror that isn't yours.